यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवाम्बोधे स्थितिर्षावताम् वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम्। श्रीराम जय जय राम ॐ 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 जय जय राम ॐ जय राम ॐ। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। 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 Bhagwan Rama is answering Bharatji after a lot of discussions, several different sabhas which sat down to discuss how do we bring this topic up in front of Bhagwan and how do we get clarity about what is to be done. Because
We can't hear you, Sohamji. I think you're muted.
Oh, how about now?
Yes. Thank you. Hari.
I hope all of you chanted the invocation along with me. We were seeing the portion where Bhagwan is addressing Bharatji after a lot of discussions, different sabhas sitting. Sabha means group of people sitting to discuss. Finally, Bhagwan speaks to Bharatji, and in 2 dohas, Bharatji gets convinced. This portion is very subtle to appreciate and understand. First, we have to understand the word meaning. Then try to feel how Bhagwan is communicating. He does not explicitly say, you go back. If you ask the question, did Bharatji finally get what he wanted or not? Because we all know Bhagwan is not going to go back to Ayodhya. And what was Bharatji's intention? To bring Bhagwan back to Ayodhya. So superficially, if you see, it feels as though Bhagwan did not say anything, but Bharatji understood whatever he had to understand. And he is convinced what he is supposed to do next. So the essence of this is, Bhagwan tells Bharatji, you wanted me to be the king. I have accepted the kingdom. Only after 14 years. He said, I am not saying you go and become the king. All I am saying is, kingdom belongs to me. In my name, you take care of Ayodhya for 14 years. So Bhagwan is happy, Bharatji is happy, everybody is happy. But the way in which they communicate, that is something to appreciate. So Bhagwan first tells Bharatji, this is after 304th Doha, that we should know the greatness of our lineage, our tradition. And he says, I trust your judgment, I trust your decision making, but still, because the situation has come, I'm going to say something. He says, first and foremost, remember, our family is kept together by Guru's grace. Otherwise, everything could have gone in such a bad direction when Dasharatha Maharaj passed away. Kingdom without king, designate king has gone for exile, and another one is out of kingdom, Bharatji. So Vashishta Maharshi made sure that everything is well taken care of. He did not allow the news to go out of our boundaries. And you just look at his different steps. You will come to know what he wants. Those messengers he could have sent to call me. And if Bhagwan had heard also that such and such thing has happened, Dasharatha Maharaj has passed away in Ayodhya, he would be in another big dilemma. And Vasishtha Maharshi did not do that. So he says, you notice all their steps and try to understand what they really want. Now he continues his advice. This is 305th Doha onwards. Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. सहित समाज तुम्हारा हमारा, घर बन गुर प्रसाद रखवारा। मातु पिता गुर स्वामिनि देसो, सकल धर्म धरनी धर सेसु। सो तुम करहु करावहु मोह, तात तरनि कुल पालक होहु। साधक एक सकल सिद्धि देनी, कीरति सुगति भूतिमय बेनी। सो विचारि सहि संकटु भारी, करहु प्रजा परिवार सुखारी। बाटी विपति सबहि मोहि भाई, तुमहि अवधि भरी बड़ी कठिनाई। जानि तुमहि मृदु कहउ कठोरा, कुसमय तातन अनुचित मोरा। ओहि कठाय सुबंधु सहाय, ओढ़ियहि हाथ असनिहु के घाय। सेवक कर पद नयन से, मुख सो साहिब होई। तुलसी प्रीति की रीति सुनी, सुख बिसराहि सोई। सभा सकल सुनि रघुबर बानी, प्रेम पयोधि अमिय जनुसानी। शिथिल समाज स्नेह समाधि, देखि दशा चुप सारद साधि। भरतहि भयउ परम संतोषु, सनमुख स्वामी विमुख दुख दोषु। मुख प्रसन्न मन मिटा विषादु, भाजनु गूंगे गिरा प्रसादु। तीन्ह सप्रेम प्रणाम बहोरी, बोले पानी पंकरु हजोरी। नाथ भयउ सुख साथ गए को, लहे उलाहु जग जनमु भये को। अब कृपाल जस आयसु होई, करौ शीस धरि सादर सोई। सो अवलंब देव मोहि देई, अवधि पारु पावौ जेहि सेई। देव देव अभिषेक हित, गुर अनुशासन पाई। आन्यु सब तीरथ सलिल, तेहि कह काहर जाय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Bhagwan is telling Bharat ji, grace of Guru is something which has kept all our family traditions and our family in place. Sahita Samaj Tumhara Hamara, along with this whole Samaja, the group of Ayodhya, your life and my life. Ghara Bana Gura Prasada Rakhawara, our house, the forest, means my life in the forest and your life in your home. Both of it is protected by Guru's grace. Meaning Bhagwan is already hinting, I don't need to come back to Ayodhya to take care of Ayodhya. Vasishtha Maharshi's grace is so powerful, it has been already taking care, and when you go back, it alone will take care. So in your mind, you keep Vasishtha Maharshi as the king. Bhagwan is speaking, he will not say, keep me as the king. So in a subtle way, he is hinting, one who has taken care until now, he alone will take care. Now Bhagwan gives a very unique sadhana for all sadhakas. He says this sadhana is such, it will bring spiritual unfoldment, it will bring material prosperity, and it will also bring glory to a person. 3 benefits he says: spiritual unfoldment, material prosperity, and his name and fame. Glory will be there. What is this sadhana? He says obeying command. If somebody can develop this quality, that sadhaka will be blessed with these 3 things. Whatever things he needs for spiritual unfoldment will come to him. Whatever material things he needs in his life, he will get. And he will have a good name. Now, whose command should we listen to? He says 4 people: Mata, Pita, Guru, Swami. Mother, Father, Guru, and Bhagavan. Matu, Pita, Guru, Swami Nidesu. Their command, Sakala Dharma, Dharani Dharasesu. Obeying that is the greatest dharma for anybody, and that alone will keep everything together. Sesha Bhagwan also holds this entire universe on the strength of dharma. It is at the Brahmanda resides on the head of Shesha Bhagwan. How does he hold it? Through dharma. How does dharma come? He says dharma comes by being obedient. In front of whom should we be obedient? He says these 4 people: Mother, Father, Guru, and Swami. So tuma karahu. And Bhagwan tells Bharatji, this is what you should be doing. And Bharatji is very, very obedient. Whatever Bhagwan says, he will do. And he says, Karavahu mohu. Not only you should do it, but you should make me do it also. Father gave us a task, and I'm going to do it to the dot, to my best ability. Tata Taranikula Palaka Hohu. Please become the protector of our lineage. By doing what are we going to help our forefathers? This is by being obedient to their command. Now Bhagwan emphasizes this. Sadhaka eka sakala siddhi deni. Following ajna, following command, means somebody should be there in this sadhaka's life, whom he confidently says, whatever this person says, that I'm going to do. Mother, Father, Guru, and Bhagwan. If somebody does this, what do they get? Kirati. Kirati means good name. Sugati. Sugati means all spiritual benefits, whatever they are seeking. And Bhutimaya. Bhutimaya means material prosperity. All these things, just like in Triveni Sangam, 3 rivers come and merge, in such a person's life, these 3 things come and merge. If you look at it from Vedanta standpoint, what Bhagavan is telling here is, whenever ahankara goes down, that sadhaka becomes patra for Bhagavan's grace. Grace means krupa, anugraha. This word will come, I think, in Viveka Chudamani. Graha means to hold on to. Anu means after. Anugraha means that which comes to a sadhaka after he holds on to. Holds on to what? Holds on to this sadhana. That whatever Bhagavan has said, it might be Bhagavad Gita. Once he understands this is how my life should be, and tries to uncompromisingly live by those qualities, what comes to that sadhaka is grace of God, anugraha. So Bhagavan tells Bharatji, this is our greatest opportunity to get anugraha of Bhagavan. Let us do what our father has told us. So bichari sahi sankatu bhari. When I think about it, I know that there is great difficulty which has come upon us. I know this will make you difficult also. It will make things difficult for you also, going back to Ayodhya. But karahu praja parivaru sukhari. Make all these people happy by taking care of the kingdom for 14 years. Baati bipati sabahi mohi bhai. Tumahi avadi bhari badi katinai. He says, I am also in difficulty, you are also in difficulty. But the difference between both of us is, there are many people to share my sorrow. Everybody feels that you had to go to forest, Vanavasa happened. Without any fault of yours, you are sent to the forest. And so many people are around. But he says, when you go back to Ayodhya to deal with your sorrow, you will be the only one. Means not everybody will understand what you are going through. Now, as already said, Avadi means 14 years. Until 14 years you have to rule. I am not rejecting kingdom. All I am saying is, for 14 years you allow me to be here. Let us fulfill our father's words. You go and take care of Ayodhya as a sevaka. Jani tumahi mrudu kahu kathora. Bhagavan says, I know your heart. You would love to come with me. And this is something which is quite harsh for you. Kusamaya tatana anuchita mora. It is not out of place, because in difficult times, if we say something harsh, it is not unusual. So there is difficulty on me, and I am going to say something which might look little harsh to you. But it is not unusual, he says. Hohi kuthaya subandhu suhaye. Whenever difficult times come, it is only brothers who come to help. Subandhu. Subandhu means brothers who are true to their relationship, true to responsibility of a brother. Bhagavan gives an example. He says, Odi ahi haat asanihu ke ghai. If a thunderbolt comes, before it falls on any part of the body, the first body part which goes to stop it is the hand. So he says, this 14 years of exile has come like that thunderbolt. You be that hand for me, such that it doesn't affect me. Means Bhagavan is telling Bharatji, whom else can I ask for support? We have to meet Father's words. The only person who has the ability to do it, that is you. Now Bhagavan is telling, what is the dharma of a sevaka? If a sevaka is serving a Swami, now he's already giving hint to Bharatji that you have to rule this kingdom of Ayodhya as a true sevaka. What is the dharma of a sevaka? He says, Sevaka karapada nayanase. Sevaka is like the hand, the legs, and the eyes. Mukhaso sahiba hoi. The Swami, the person whom he is serving, he is like the mouth. Tulasi priti ki riti suni, sukha bhi saraha hi soi. Tulsidashi says, looking at this love between Bhagwan Rama and Bharatji, my mind goes in trance. Now the question is, what did Bhagwan give as an example? Sevaka should be the hands, the feet, and the eyes. And he said, the Swami should be like the mouth. Meaning, one thing to remember is, all these 4 body parts are part of body only. Each body part should not start thinking, I am different, you are different. So if there is some food kept in the front, which sense organ will first see that food? First of all, legs will take us there. The first sense organ that will see is eyes, Jnanendriya. Then the hand will take that food. Legs cannot say, because I took you to the food, that food is mine. I will start fighting. I will say, I saw it first. If I was not there, how would you know that you have reached? Hand will say, unless I took that food and put it in the mouth, you did not get it. But none of them keep anything for themselves. Leg does its part, eyes do their part, hands do their part, and offer everything to the mouth. What was the mouth referring to? Swami. So the leader also knows that he is not independent of totality. If these 3 were not there, mouth will not get what it wants. And those 3 also know we cannot exist in silo. I will do what I want, you do what you want. All 3 together serving the Swami. So that is the bhavana of a sevaka. He says, whatever is given to us, whatever duty is given to us, we should always remember who has given it to us. And we should always remember for whom are we doing this. What is the responsibility of Swami? That is not sevaka's role. Next, Bhagwan will give injunction for Swami also. He says how good leader should be. Whatever he gets through the mouth, he should again redistribute it to all parts of the body. Another Doha will come later. But here he just says, how should a sevaka of the Lord think? That whatever I have right now belongs to God. Whatever I am doing through that, what has been given to me, is for Bhagwan only. And to accomplish that, whatever is needed, he only will provide for it. In this way, Bhagwan says you rule Ayodhya. Don't think you have become the king. King is still somebody else. Now until this point, if you ask the question, was Bharatji successful? Yes or no? He says, Bhagwan did not come back to Ayodhya. But he was very successful in convincing Bhagwan to take back the kingdom of Ayodhya. Because when Bhagwan heard the first time, Bharatji will become the king, he said there is no greater king than Bharatji for Ayodhya. And if Bharatji had not made this yatra to come all the way, Bhagwan might not have come even after 14 years. You think Bhagwan will come and ask, this 14 years is over, can I become the king? Bhagwan would never have asked. So Bharatji made sure that king is Bhagwan only. That was his glory of Bharatji. Now he doesn't have any questions. After this, there is no more back and forth. Sabha sakala suni raghubarabani prema payodhi amiya janusani. Listening to words of Bhagwan, everybody was so happy, as though there is an ocean of love. Not Milky Ocean, ocean of love. When you churn it, the nectar which comes out of it. That was like Bhagwan's speech, how he spoke. Sitila Samaja Saneha Samadhi. All of them are in trance and bliss, looking at the love of Bharatji and the greatness of Bhagwan Rama. Looking at all of them, even Goddess Saraswati became quiet. Deki dasa chupa sara dasadi. No praises, nothing. She said, let us just bask in this presence. Bharatahi bhayav parama santoshu. Bharatji felt very content that Bhagwan has accepted the kingdom. All he wants me to do is only 14 years to rule. Sanamukha Swami bimukha dukha doshu. Bharatji is giving some sadhana tips here. When devotee is convinced that Bhagwan is pleased with me, what is the result of that? Sorrow and tendency to commit mistake. Both of these two things go away. Sanamukha Swami means devotee gets conviction that God is pleased with me. The result of that is bimukha dukha doshu. Bimukha means they turn away. I mean, this is a question that every sadhaka has to ask himself. If I were to ask Bhagwan, are you pleased with me? All facets of life, my transaction in the world, my sadhana, love for God, commitment to spirituality, diligence in duties. When I look at whatever I'm supposed to do, Bhagwan, are you pleased? When he gets this nod from the Lord that he is pleased, first thing what it removes is sorrow. You know that guilt of Bharatji, right from the beginning, so many times he expresses it. That I am sinful person, I did everything wrong. That is actually guilt of a sadhaka. That when he sees face to face, eye to eye with Bhagwan and asks Bhagwan, are you satisfied? Somewhere within he feels there is a long way to go. Whenever that guilt is removed through pure love, the result of that is removal of sorrow and tendency to commit future mistakes. That dosha, that tendency is gone. This is actually the blessing of devotional path. Whenever even the greatest devotee looks within, they feel they are filled with imperfections. Somebody like Goswami Tulsidas ji, all great devotional saints, they say there is nobody more lowly than me, nobody more extrovert than me. That just shows that they consider true result of sadhana comes through God's grace. Because if we say, I worked hard and I purified my mind, that I which purified the mind will become bondage. That is this Sanamukha Swami Bimukha Dukha Doshu. Bharatji is very happy that Bhagwan is pleased with him. Mukha Prasanna Mana Mita Bishadu. Until now Bharatji was little gloomy whenever he spoke. Suddenly there was an aura on his face. He brightened up. All the guilt in his heart was removed. Sorrow in his mind was removed. Bhajanu Gungehu Gira Prasadu. Goswamiji's expressions are also very beautiful. How did Bharatji's face light up? If there is a dumb person who cannot speak, and if Saraswati ji blesses him, and suddenly he recites a poetry, how that brilliance would look like that Bharatji's face looked. Kina Saprema Pranamu Bahuri. Again and again he does pranam to Bhagwan. Bole pani pankaruha jori. With folded hands, he's saying now. Now this chaupai is very interesting. Huh? Look at the next one. Nata bhayo sukha sata gaye ko. Laheo lahu jaga janamo bhaye ko. Bharatji says, I have gotten the joy of accompanying you. You say, how did he get the joy of accompanying? Because Bhagwan just said you have to go back to Ayodhya. One who is going to accompany me is Lakshmanji. Bharatji is saying another nature of, another quality of a sevaka. He says it's no insistence in seva. The joy that Lakshmanji is getting by accompanying you, same joy I will get by serving you in Ayodhya. That is the Chaupai, Nata Bhayo Sukha Satu Gaye ko. Otherwise you cannot, if you take the literal meaning, it doesn't fit. So many commentators, they have explained this. Bharatji is telling, in seva, if we just surrender to the Swami and do whatever is the command of Swami, and your command right now is go back to Ayodhya, 14 years. That joy which Lakshmanji is getting here, that same joy I will get over there. And the purpose of my birth, he says, that is fulfilled. There is nothing greater than serving you. Abha kripalu jasa ayasu hoi. Now whatever is your ajna, that I will take as my command. Karau si se dhari sadha rasoi. I will put it on my head. Means my intellect will always keep in mind, this is what Bhagwan wants. I will not ask anything further. But I have one request. What is it? So avalamba deva mahidei. Please give me some support to hold on to, such that when I look at it, I remember you. Avadi paru pao jahi sei. By which I will cross over this 14 years without any sorrow, without any difficulty. Give me some anchor. So later Bhagwan is going to give his padukas. He just mentions it. I need some anchor. This we had seen in Upasana, when we had seen Mundaka Upanishad. Our mind cannot focus without a support. Once we take that support, we have to see Bhagwan in that support. And exclusively keep our mind there. Keep all other thoughts away. That is Upasana. So Bharatji says, please give me something. Bharatji is very lucky. Huh? Generally, we have to take support ourselves. You read Upanishads, read Bhagavad Gita and see what are the supports available. In that, you pick one which resonates with you. Bharatji's case is simple. He says, Bhagwan, you give me support. Bhagwan says, this is what you keep. See me in that support. Alambanam. See, the word also he uses is avalamba. So avalamba deva. Avalamba means alambanam, support. We had seen different types of support. Sun, moon, water, Om, Vigraha of Bhagwan. Everything is support only. In that support, we have to see Bhagwan. Now he makes a very important request. Deva Deva Abhishekahita Guru Anusasana Pai. By taking permission from Vasishtha Maharshi, I brought the sacred water from all these holy rivers. Aniu sabatirata salila tehi kaha rajai. What am I supposed to do with this now? Please command me how to keep this sacred water. Means it's already declaring, I am not going to get Rajyabhisheka because I am only your caretaker. Neither are you going to come back for 14 years. So we cannot keep this water for 14 years for Rajyabhisheka. So please tell me the right way by which I have to offer this water back. Ramacharitmanas is very interesting. You will find along with Vedanta, along with Bhakti, several other Sanatan Dharma practices are also indicated. Somewhere it will be about Murti Puja, how to worship a form. Somewhere they will talk about pilgrimage, how to go to a pilgrimage, importance of pilgrimage. Sometimes they will talk about wedding, how a traditional wedding was done. Even Shraddha Karma, different other rituals. But our Dashath Maharaj, all of that elaboration was done. Means in Sanatan Dharma, what are the different practices? All of that is as though time capsuled in the Ramacharitmanas. Now Bharatji says, I have one more request. What is it? Eka manoratu bada mana mahi. Sabhaya sakocha jata kahi nahi. He is so hesitant and has respect towards Bhagwan Rama, his elder brother. He says, I cannot freely ask that desire of mine. Kaho tata prabhu ayasu pai. Bhagwan says, don't worry, just ask. What is it? With very sweet words, Bharatji says, Chitrakuta suchi thala tiratha bana. I have heard the greatness of Chitrakoot. The place itself is very auspicious. The forests are also very auspicious. Then there are different birds, khaga, mruga, sara. Animals are there. Lake is there. Spring is there. Different hills are there. Bhagwan says, oh, you are interested in sightseeing now. He says, no, Bhagwan, I am interested in all those things because Prabhupada Ankita Avani Biseshi. Because you have visited all those places, they are like Tirtha Kshetra. They are pilgrimage places for me. If I have come all the way to Chitrakoot and I have not seen those places, that also will not be right. They say if you go to a place where Gangaji is there, and if we don't take a dip in Gangaji or not even sprinkle water on our head, it has a special name, Ganga Aparadha. Means if there is a pilgrimage place and we did not go there, that is not the right thing to do. So he says this Chitrakoot is a pilgrimage place. I want to see the important places of Chitrakoot. Now see Bhagwan, how he thinks. There were many Rishi Munis there. There was one Rishi whose name was Atri Rishi. Tri means three. Sanskrit, English. What is three referring to? Three gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Three means one who has transcended these three gunas, whom we call as Gunatita in Bhagavad Gita. That Atri Rishi, he was amidst this group of different saints who were there. Until now, nobody noticed him. We didn't see any mention of Atri Rishi, neither by Vasishtha Maharshi nor by Janak Maharaj. Nobody had any mention of Atri Rishi. Bhagwan says, such a great Rishi who has lived here for several years, done tapasya. This forest as though is this forest because of his grace. He says we have to give him appropriate respect. So Bhagwan tells Bharatji, you can go for visiting these places, but do take permission from Atri Rishi. Avasi Atri Ayasu Sira Dharau. Take his permission, whatever he says, that you keep as your guide. Tata Bigata Bhaya Kanana Charahu. Without any fear, go and roam around this forest. Muni Prasada Banu Mangala Data. This forest is very auspicious. It can bestow a lot of boons only because of Atri Rishi's grace. Means if somebody misuses any aspect of that forest for any erroneous reason, they will not get the result. Unless you have Atri Rishi's grace, Atri Muni's grace, you will not get that result. Pavana Parama Suhavana Bhrata. This beautiful forest, which will give lot of blessings, all of that will be good with you if you take Atri Rishi's blessings. Rishi Nayaku Jaha Ayasu Dehi. The king Rishi Nayaka, leader amongst rishis. Atri Rishi, when he gives this permission, Ra kehu tirata jalu thalatehi. Bhagwan accomplished 2 tasks. Bharatji had asked him, where should I keep this sacred water? He says, ask Atri Rishi. Wherever he gives permission, there you go and put this sacred water. And second thing he accomplished is, he made Atri Rishi great. One who was such a great tapasvi, he said we have to give him appropriate respect. That also he accomplished. And whatever work he was supposed to do, tell Bharatji about where to keep this water, he said ask him, he will tell you. Suni Prabhu Bachana Bharata Sukupava. Listening to Bhagwan's words, Bharatji felt very happy. Muni Pada Kamala Mudita Sirunava. Immediately he fell down at the feet of Atri Rishi. Means what? He was standing right there. But until now, nobody had noticed him. You know, for rishis, it doesn't matter, whether somebody notices, somebody doesn't notice. Their mind is reveling on Bhagwan, their mind is reveling in the truth. But just so that other people benefit, Bhagwan says, we have to make others known to him and make him known to others. Okay. Bharata Rama Sambhadu Suni. Listening to the conversation between Bharatji and Bhagwan Rama, all devatas felt very happy. Gosamji always adds that Sura Swarati Sarahi Kula. Devatas are always thinking about their good. Barashata Surataru Phula. Now they are so excited, so happy, they bring flowers of Kalpataru, not ordinary flowers. Kalpataru Vriksha, and then they shower. What do they say? Let us chant. Dhanya Bharat Jaya Rama Gosai Kahata Deva Harashat Bariyai Muni Mithilesa Sabha Sab Kahu Bharat Bachana Suni Bhaya Uchahu Bharat Rama Guna Grama Sanehu Pulaki Saprasam Satarau Bidehu सेवक स्वामी सुभाव सुहावन नेमु पेमु अति पावन पावन मति अनुसार सराहन लागे सचिव सभासद सब अनुरागे सुनि सुनि राम भरत संवादो दुहु समाज ही हर्ष विषादो राम मातु दुख सुख समजानी कहि गुण राम प्रबोधि रानी एक कहि रघुबीर बड़ाई एक सराहत भरत भलाई अत्रि कहयो तब भरत सन शैल समीप सुकोप राखिय तीरथ तोयतः पावन अमिय अनूप भरत अत्रि अनुशासन पाई जल भाजन सब दिए चलाई सानुज आप अत्रि मुनि साधु सहित गए जह कूप अगाधु पावन पाथ पुण्य थल राखा प्रमुदित प्रेम अत्रियस भाषा तात अनादि सिद्ध थल एहु लोपयो काल विदित नहीं तब सेवकन सरस थलु देखा कीन्ह सुजल हित कूप विशेष विधि बस भयउ विश्व उपकारु सुगम अगम अति धर्म विचारु भरत कूप अब कहीं लोगा अति पावन तीरथ जल जोगा प्रेम सने मनिमज्जत प्राणी होई ही बिमल करम मन बानी कहत कूप महिमा सकल गए जहाँ रघुराऊ अत्रि सुनायऊ रघुबरहि तीरथ पुण्य प्रभाव सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय मापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। All devatas are praising, glory to Bharatji, glory to our Bhagwan Rama. All are happy, and there is great joy listening to Bharatji's words and listening to Bhagwan Rama's words. On one hand, Janak Maharaj is praising, glory of Bharatji, glory of Bhagwan Rama, and their swabhava, their personality is so purifying. Sevaka Swami Subhav Suhavana. The disciple and the master, both of them, he says their nature is very, very purifying. Nemu Pemu Ati Pavana Pavana. Their discipline in thinking, discipline in living, and the love between them, both are very purifying. Different ministers, they start praising. They say, according to our ability, we can praise. Their glory is so great, but they are all rejoicing in both of them. But inside their heart, they have a mixed emotion. Suni Suni Rama Bharata Samvadu Duhu Samaja Hiya Harashu Bishadu. They are feeling joy also that Bhagwan Rama has accepted the kingdom. And they are feeling sorrow also. 14 years we have to be away. Mixed emotion in their heart. Rama Matu, Kausalya ji, how she is feeling? Dukhu Sukhu Samajani. She says this sorrow and joy both are same. Meaning, she says, even if there is sorrow right now, Bhagwan is going to be away from us. Eventually there will be joy. He is going to come back. She is quoting Gurudev here. Even this will pass away. If there is sorrow now, it is going to turn into joy. Otherwise also true. Any joy, no matter what it is never going to stay permanent. If it does, it will become Brahma Sukham. The absolute bliss of Brahman, which is eternal. No worldly bliss can come close to that. So Kausalya ji, who is very wise, she thinks in this way and she consoles everybody else. If they are sorrowful, she says, don't worry, it's only a matter of time. Bhagwan will come back as the king. We should be happy about it. Eka kahin Raghubira badai, eka sarahata Bharata balai. Somebody is praising Bhagwan Rama, somebody else is praising Bharatji. Atri kahayu taba Bharata sana, saila samipa sukupa. Now Atri Rishi, having heard Bhagwan's instructions, that he has to tell Bharatji now where to keep this sacred water that was brought for Rajyabhisheka. He says, just near to this mountain, there is a well. Let us go and establish this water. Let us go and sanctify that well with this water. That is the right place to keep it. Rakhya tirata toyataha pavana amiya anupa. Please keep it there because it is very purifying and it's an extraordinary place. You wonder how Bhagwan's creation works. Everything is interconnected, Now that sudden thought of Bharatji that he wants to see the forest of Chitrakoot. And Bhagwan pointing out Atri Rishi, that he is the one who will take you to that forest. If you read the next Doha, you will realize why Bharatji had to go there. You see what he says? Bharata Atri Anusasana Pai Jala Bhajana Sabha Diye Chalai. He says, let all the waters be taken forward. He sends it with other soldiers, people from the army. And along with Shatrughna ji, Atri Rishi, and few other Rishi Munis. They all go near that well. Sahita gaye jaha Koopa Agatu. Pavana Pata Punya Thala Rakha. This sacred water that they had, they very reverentially keep in that well. Pramudita Prema Atri Asa Bhasha. With lot of love, Atri Rishi speaks about the greatness of this well. Tata Anadi Siddha Tala Ehu. He says this well is something whose greatness and glory has been there for time immemorial. What it means is, he is telling, in every kalpa when Ramavatara takes place, when Bharata comes to please Bhagwan Rama to take him back to Ayodhya, that Rajyabhisheka water, every kalpa has been poured here. Since that time, this well is there, where Bhagwan refuses to come back. 14 years he goes on exile, and that Rajyabhisheka sacred water is poured in this well. This insight you would never know, huh? This is Akhandananji Maharaj. He says, Tata Anadi Siddhatala Eho. Siddhatala means Anadi Siddhatala. Means in every kalpa of creation, this is where the Rajyabhisheka water has been going. Lopeo Kala Bidita Nahi Keho. But for a long time, because of influence of time, this place is unknown to people. Actually, even now there is this well there. It's called Bharata Kupa. It's in Uttar Pradesh. This well is also there. And that village is also called Bharata Kupa. Tabase Vakana Saras Thalu Dekha. And he says, look at the way in which Bhagwan works. When you are on your way to meet Bhagwan Rama, your army had people who were supposed to take care of water requirements. Army has water department separately. When they saw this place, they dug a well there. Keenha Sujala Hita Kupa Bisesha. So this place was unknown to people. Your army came and they have made it known now. And you came with this water. Now Bhagwan asked you to meet me. And I am telling you to take this water and put it in this well. This is how this whole cycle goes. Now you see that desire that Bharatji had. He wanted to see Chitrakoot. If he had not asked that, Bhagwan would not tell him meet Atri Rishi. And Atri Rishi would not have taken him to this place, where that Rajyabhisheka water has to be put in this cycle of Kalpa. Bidhibasa bhayahu visva upakaru. Whenever good things are to be done, support comes from unknown quarters. So this well had to be dug. All different types of support came and very quickly it happened. Your army just saw it, well was dug, that was it. Sugama agama ati dharma bicharu. He says whenever we have to decide about dharma and its result, don't always look at the complexity of that practice. Even sometimes a very simple practice can give great result. So whenever result of dharma comes, we should not look at it from how great is the austerity. The main thing is how is that austerity done and whether it is enjoined by Bhagwan or not. Somebody might be taking intense physical tapasya. Another person might be trying to work on his mind. Because he said, Bhagwan Krishna has said, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. I should not have enmity towards anybody. Now if you superficially look, who will seem like a great tapasvi? One who is doing extreme physical tapasya or this person who is working on his mind? Physical tapasya is more noticed. But Bhagwan says, Sugama agama ati dharma bicharu. Don't connect result of dharma with just the intensity of practice. What matters more is intention. If intention is pure, intention is noble. Simple thing like taking dip in this Bharata Kupa. That itself will bring great blessings. That's what he's going to say now. Bharata Kupa ab kahan hi loga. From today onwards, people will call this as Bharata Kupa. Ati pavana tirata jala joga. This water will be very pure and it will purify whoever takes dip in this. Prema sanema nimajjata prani. With lot of faith and with niyama. Niyama means some kind of rules. Whoever takes a dip in this well, hui hai bimala karma mana bani. It is not the physical body that will get purified. Physical body, of course, if you pour water, it gets purified. But most importantly, their mind, bimala. Their mind will get purified. Their karma, actions will get purified, and speech will get purified. It's very interesting thing in Sanatana Dharma. For an ordinary person to commit sin, the time required is also very short. If you are not supposed to see something and you see that thing, papa comes. If you are not supposed to eat something and he eats that thing, papa comes. But as quickly that papa comes, it goes also very quickly. He says, if you take a dip in Gangaji, all of that is gone. Over here, Atri Rishi is telling, whoever takes a dip in this Bharata Kupa, right then and there, they will get this sense of purity. The reason is, Papa in particular, or the feeling of I am a papi, that stays in the mind. And the spiritual practices which are there, they will cleanse that thought. And that place has a lot of power. It can do it even at mind level. What took dip is not mind. What took the dip is physical body. But result of that dip came to the mind. He says, such will be power of Bharata Kupa. Kahata Kupa Mahima Sakala Gaye Jahan Raghuravu. Talking about the greatness of this Bharata Kupa. Bharatji would have had a lot of questions. He said, in every kalpa, Bharata comes here to put the water in this Bharata Kupa. So Atri Rishi was answering all of that. Talking about the glory of this place, all of them went to Bhagwan Rama. Atri Sunayo Raghubarahi Tirata Punya Prabhavu. Atri Rishi spoke about the greatness of the place which is Bharata Kupa. Now Bhagwan is going to give some more instructions, which we'll see in the next session. Aganita Gunagana Bhushana Rama Ashrita Vatsala Jaya Jaya Rama Ayodhyavasi Sita Rama Apad Bandhava Jaya Jaya Rama Dasharatha Nandana Shri Rama Dashamukha Mardana Jaya Jaya Rama Kausalya Sukhavardhana Rama Kamita Phalada Jaya Jaya Rama Papa Vimochana Shri Rama Pattabhirama Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Vallabha Sita Rama Jaya Raghurama Jaya Sita Rama Vanara Sevita Shri Rama Varidhi Bandhana Jaya Jaya Rama Hanumat Pujita Sita Rama Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Raghupati Raghava Raja Rama Patita Pavana Sita Rama Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Syavara Ramachandra ki jai Satgurunath Maharaj ki jai Hari Om.